some of the greatest failures, and I can't even count the number of failures I've had when it comes to working with animals, but especially with horses. And there's one thing that no course, no mentor, no diploma, no degree, no masters taught me. And this has all come to fruition this week here in Australia when I was working with an awesome horse, although a tricky horse called Buddy. This story is for any practitioner or horse owner that has just felt absolutely depleted, frustrated, tried everything from the physio to getting the tack check, the farrier, every single vet, everything has been x-rayed, and still having no understanding, no clear path and direction to what is actually going on with your horse. This story is for you. So the actual journey with this horse started 6 years ago because I know his owner really well, and she told me that from the minute she got him, he was a little bit tricky, a little bit sensitive, unpredictable, and almost, if he was a human, she would have described him to be a bit, not schizophrenic, but definitely sees things and never the same every single day, doesn't know what he's going to ride like or what behavior he's going to come out in because every day was different. Highly sensitive to noise, very dangerous with his back legs. So, you know, some horses might lift with back leg and threaten you but not do anything about it. No, he's actually put his owner in A&E twice. So there is a lot about this horse that screams danger, screams safety, but also to me, and I'm sure to you, screams the horse is saying something. Actually, he is shouting that something isn't right. So his owner gives him the best quality care, and she's a very experienced horse person herself. So has had him checked by the vet every year. She gets him checked. She is up to date with all of the variables and the management in terms of quality feed, training. He's not overtrained at all. He gets physiotherapy, he gets chiropractic, he gets acupuncture. He is honestly in the best hands in terms of someone who can really manage him, because what she doesn't do is she trains him and she's recognized that he has strengths in the more difficult movements. But for those of us that are doing dressage and we are working towards that, those more advanced movements and higher goals of Grand Prix, we know that it's extremely taxing on a horse's body. So in order to allow that horse to thrive and shine at that level, it's to not overtrain them. Now, she's aware of all of this. So that gives you a real good understanding that the person who works this horse and knows this horse is very experienced. And when I first saw him 3 weeks ago, straight away I recognized that as a nervous system to nervous system, bear with me. If you don't know understand what I'm saying by that, it could be my way of explaining it. So comment below and let me know so that I can do a better explanation of what I mean by that. Fundamentally, we are all nervous systems. And his nervous system is a nervous system that is totally overstimulated. So he will 1 minute have his head down, eyes relaxed and look calm in our human words. The next 5 seconds will be alert, head up like a camel, eyes wide, nostrils wide, and snorting. Now imagine what that does to the entire posture, his entire breath, his heart rate rises. It's just a very different nervous system to what we had 5 seconds ago. And this is how the rider actually describes him when she rides him, that there is no consistent pattern to his behavior. So when I assessed him, I straight away recognized the version of me over the years, because I really love my job and I really love helping horses, have always been a very understanding, compassionate, and taking things very slow for the horse in front of me. I don't care if they're a Shetland pony or a Grand Prix Olympic dressage horse. I treat them all with the same respect, patience, and time. But I would be lying if I said I wouldn't be there to do a job. So the intention was always like, follow the routine of treatment and get it done, as opposed to really what does the body need at the time. The key word there, I was very selective what I'm saying, and that's on purpose. And I said to the girl, because I know her really well, do you mind, because I'm here for the 3 weeks, if I just treat him when I can? And she said, yeah. And I said, if I ever do anything that he requires some time off, I will tell you. So that, for starters, as a therapist, takes the pressure off, because we want to not only do our good job, but we are aware that we're being paid, and we want to make sure that the owner is getting the best value from it. And sometimes it's not what the horse needs. So with him, what I did is every day I did my routine of stable-based exercises, mobility work. Now that doesn't mean I'm doing any form of adjustment. Yes, I'm applying a pressure to the body. My intention was for him to get to know my touch and for me to get to know his body. Because of his change in the nervous system awareness alert every few minutes, I wanted to make sure that I personally couldn't feel, or maybe I was missing something. And after about the 5th day, this routine recognized something in him. Number one is he had a preferred area that he wanted to be treated in, which was the open grass field. And number two, he enjoyed it. He actually enjoyed the process of, I know what's happening here. You're going to bring me into this area. You're not going to tie me up, and you're going to be lifting up certain limbs. You're going to be doing little things with my body, but always on his terms. And by the 5th day, I was doing 1, 2, 3 mobilizations, adjustments, and his owner said, wow, he's never let anyone do that. And this is not about me saying to you how good I am. This is me saying to you that when you're allowed to take time without pressure and genuinely assess, which is what I teach my online community, which is what I can teach you using the AAA approach. When you start being aware, assessing, asking questions, and adjusting things at a very specific time, the nervous system of the horse responds in a much better way that allows the treatment, that allows the interaction between human and horse to be amplified. And that is powerful. You can tell I'm so passionate about this. Oh God, I absolutely love it. And it's so rewarding selfishly to see that animal change and to see his nervous system go from those really high changes of, oh, down, to just neutral. Again, maybe a human term, but I would describe that as being grounded. And that's the power, that's the magic. It's really making me smile, because he then went on and did a lesson with his regular instructor. And she said, oh, what have you done differently? He's looking so much better. He's more consistent, had one of the best lessons he had. They were working on movements for the Prix St. George. And we all had a little smile on our face. And afterwards, I went and just watched him eat some grass and just sat with him. Do you ever do that? Do you ever just go and watch horses eat grass and just listen to that chomping of as they chew the grass down? But also just, it's quite relaxing. And I could see in his eye a little moment of like, thank you. Maybe that's just my interpretation, my human need for connection and my human need to, oh, did I do a good job? But that's how I interpreted it. And his owner was really, the rider was really happy, noticed a big difference, especially on one of the reins where he had previously quite struggled. And then when the instructor also said, oh, what have you done differently? It was another little pat on the back moment. And I just wanted to really share this with you, because so many of us, especially as a therapist, you want to do so much to prove that you can do it. And I know you can do it. And even as the owner, you're there to help your horse, and I know you can do it. In many cases, years and years of doing this, I keep being reminded that less is definitely more. And remember this, as a nervous system, whether you're a horse or a human, you can't process and experience things at the same time. So once you've applied a form of pressure, step away. Allow that nervous system to process. Allow those changes in the body, which you see, right? You see in the eyes, the muzzle, you see in the nostrils, wherever it is, the ears. Those moments will be amplified, and the treatment will be more effective when we allow that space. This is one of the most powerful things in over 30 years of working with horses that I wanted to share with you today. And I would genuinely love to know your thoughts. Comment below, let me know if you've had any similar experiences or maybe not. If you disagree, let me know. And don't forget to give me a subscribe and follow.